Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to Embodied Living. This is the space where we stop performing and start remembering who the hell we are. Yes, and today we're talking about something most of us have been taught to fear, hide, and bury deep. Can you guess what that is? Anger. But I'm not talking about the explosive kind. We all know what that is, right? I'm talking about the quiet kind that simmers under your skin, steals your energy, and whispers, "When is it my turn?" The kind that shows up when you've cared for everyone else while no one checks in with you. So this month inside Embodied Living, we are channeling our goddess Pele, the Hawaiian goddess of volcanoes and transformation, the queen of unapologetic fire. And wow, this couldn't come at a better time because for years I have suppressed my own fire, even with my Aries rising. I thought being angry made me a bad person. It's not okay to show anger, right? Especially as a female. Hold it in. It's not spiritual. And if I just stayed nice enough, soft enough, forgiving enough, eventually someone would take care of me like I took care of them. Spoiler alert, didn't happen. Instead, I stayed in a 20-year marriage, probably because I thought I wouldn't have left on my own. I wasn't happy. Everyone around me knew it, my kids, my mom, my closest friends. But I just kept trying, kept dimming myself, kept hoping that if I gave enough, he'd finally see me. And nothing. So I want to dive in a little bit into a little bit of my history and why I have gone on this path for helping women find our confidence again, find our feminine essence again, find who we are again. So get ready for some truth bombs here from me, for you, and honestly, probably for me again too. So when my ex asked for divorce, I was devastated. But here's the truth. It broke something in me that needed to be broken. I went to visit a friend after, and she looked at me and said, "It is so good to see you again." I froze. I thought, that's weird. I've been here the whole time. But here's the thing. I didn't even realize how much of myself I had lost. And then my youngest daughter found out what I didn't want to believe. Can you guess? He'd been having an affair for months before he even asked me for the divorce. Did I have suspicions? Yes. Were there signs? Fuck yes, there were so many fucking signs. But I ignored them again and again because why wouldn't I trust him? Turns out I trusted him more than I trusted myself. When I found out, the anger hit like a tidal wave. The betrayal, the hurt, the shame of realizing I'd given so much and it still wasn't enough, that he felt that he had to go look somewhere else to get what he needed. I was always open to conversations and talking and making sure that he had what he needed. I even asked him on a regular basis, "How are you? What do you need? What are you missing?" The answers were always nothing. So when the divorce was asked for, I was furious. I thought, like, what the actual fucking hell? And I did everything for this man. I raised our children, created our home, helped with his business, running his finances. If he didn't do it, I did it. I put together the furniture. I did all of these things. And he worked outside the home, and he still betrayed me. What a complete asshole. This is how I felt. I still feel this way at times. And this anger that I felt so deeply, it burned me down. But here's what I learned. For one, I needed to feel all this. And this anger is the mask for something much deeper. Underneath my rage was heartbreak, the pain of betrayal, the ache of feeling seen. Anger was just the voice that my grief used to scream. And in the process of healing, I learned two things. His cheating was about him, not me. And ladies, I want you to get that. It's not about you. It's about him. And my lack of confidence, my constant need to prove my worth, that started way before him. I had been doing this my whole life, people pleasing, overgiving, silencing my needs. And when that realization hit, I thought, what the fuck? This isn't about one man. This is about a culture that taught me and you that being a good woman means self-sacrificing. And what a shock to my system that I couldn't blame him for everything. Right? It's so much easier to blame the other person. But here I was realizing that I gave so much without expecting things in return. So yeah, you know what? No more. No more women diminishing themselves to keep the peace. No more equating worth with how much we give. It ends here. Because anger, it's not your enemy. It's sacred information, a signal that something needs to change. When we suppress it, it doesn't disappear. It just turns inward and it eats at our confidence, our health, our joy. Would we let it move safely, consciously? It becomes a compass that leads us back home to ourselves. So, ask yourself now, what anger have you been swallowing? What truth have you been silencing just to keep the peace? And what would it feel like to let that fire move, to stomp it out on the ground, scream into a pillow, punch a yoga bolster, or simply stand and say out loud, I am angry and that's okay. Because your anger isn't too much. Your needs aren't too much. You are not too much. So as we channel Pele this month, I want you to remember you are allowed to erupt, not destroy, but to burn away that no longer serves and rise. Wild, unapologetic, from the ash. You are fire burning away what doesn't need you anymore. You are the temple. You are the goddess. So if this episode lit something inside of you, don't push it back down. Let it rise. Let it teach you what still needs to be reclaimed. And if you want more support moving that fire, come join us inside the next Embodied Living program starting September 9th of 2025. And this is where we're going to break down these old patterns and reclaim our sacred, unapologetic power together. So until next time, stay embodied, stay fiery, stay you.